How would the epic tale of Demon Slayer unfold if Gyomei accompanied Rengoku on his mission to the Mugen train? Will it make no difference? Will Gyomei survive this ordeal? Will a certain demon defect the upper ranks of the demons? Will Nezuko ever be my waifu? Everything will be answered in this video, so stay tuned. Gyomei, after the Hashira meeting, suggests that he follow Rengoku, as the two hadn't really had any time to talk since they're too busy fighting Muzan's malfunctioning demons. He added that the area under Gyomei's protection has been slumbering cases of demon presence, so it might actually be a good thing. Both the Hashiras get on a train that is supposed to take them to the shed, where the Mugen train is being held for repair. However, like in the original story, the conductor briefs them about the new location, and the duo jumps over the tracks and heads over to the workshop that supposedly holds the Mugen train. Upon reaching there, the duo is confronted by the slasher demon, who's still as handsome and bald as in the original timeline. However, this time around, as soon as the demon's hands are cut off by Rengoku, Gyomei doesn't allow the snarling demons to escape and batters him with his spiked flail. With another threat neutralized, the duo gets on board the Mugen train the next day to investigate the 40 people who've gone missing and run into the Kamaboko squad, who've been assigned to assist Rengoku, considering the fact that they actually cannot do anything if it actually turns out to be an upper demon. Rengoku is quick to accept the trio and their demon accomplice. However, Gyomei is still suspicious of the children due to his past trauma. Suddenly, the back door opens and the conductor enters the compartment. However, Tanjiro's ticket has something strange written on it, as it clearly states, "Subscribe to Ayanokoji," so you must listen to Tanjiro. Moving on, the lights flicker and demons appear on the train. However, they are swiftly beheaded by the Hashiras in a pretty anticlimactic manner. The night grows darker and suddenly, all the slayers as well as the passengers on the train are put into a deep trance. A few children under the influence of Enmu, the lower rank one, who actually is controlling the train, enters the compartment. But as soon as they try to tie their hands to those of Gyomei, he instantly wakes up, pushing the kids away. Everyone wakes up due to the shockwaves produced by Gyomei's panic. Subsequently, Gyomei and Rengoku get in a decisional loop, as they cannot decide what to do with the ill-intentioned children. However, Tanjiro and Zenitsu vow of their innocence, as both of them can smell and hear their intentions, which were reluctant to begin with. Suddenly, Enmu reveals that he has transformed into the train itself, as the compartment turns into a half-eaten meat sandwich, putting all the slayers into their fighting modes. Gyomei and Tanjiro rush over to the engine of the train, while Rengoku and the others fight the compartment tentacles to prevent civilian casualties. This time around, Gyomei instantaneously determines that the engine is actually the head of the demon, and severs it without much effort. However, as soon as the train starts falling off track, Gyomei is kicked off the train by an unknown presence who attacks through the smoke. The dust around Gyomei's crash settles. We see the strongest Hashira in a physical tussle with Akaza, the Upper Moon 3. The Kamaboko squad is absolutely horrified upon seeing Akaza, which may also be interdimensional trauma due to Rengoku getting pumped into a donut in another universe. However, this time Gyomei is here to save the day. Rengoku exits an overturned compartment, having saved all the passengers, and gives a concerned look at his comrade's position. Akaza compliments Gyomei on his strength, claiming that he'll actually turn out to be a splendid opponent after all these years. However, Gyomei gives his usual response, condemning Akaza on behalf of God. Akaza tries to end Gyomei with a kick to the gut. However, as he's about to deliver the blow, Rengoku butts in and slices Akaza's foot right off. The three of them put some distance between them as Akaza instantly regenerated his foot. Akaza is amused by the fact that he's had the 1 in a million opportunity to fight not one, but 2 Hashiras at once. This puts a smile on Akaza's basketball-shaped head, as he offers the 2 Hashiras a chance at survival, but only if they defect to Muzan's side. As usual, the Hashiras throw down the offer in an instant, depriving us of yet another fun twist. But whatever. Inosuke, like usual, tries to butt in the fight, mostly verbally, but gets instantly bitch-slapped by Akaza, who states that he hates weaklings such as himself, as the sight of him is nauseating. Tanjiro and Zenitsu hold Inosuke back as Gyomei takes out his flail and axe, spinning it above his head in his signature style. Rengoku also voices his emotions and states that an opportunity like this is amazing in itself. Both the Hashiras charge at Akaza, who soon starts getting overwhelmed by Gyomei's strength and Rengoku's tenacity. He once again regenerates his limbs cut off by the two, and prepares to unleash his blood demon art. He hits Gyomei and Rengoku with a few of his airstrikes, which almost end up reenacting Rengoku's donut status. Gyomei advises Rengoku to stay back while he engages Akaza and finds a weakness in his stance. Gyomei advances swiftly towards the demon and stomps the ground near Akaza, disbalancing him. He then subsequently hits him with his flail that he bounced off behind him, shattering almost all of his upper body, and throwing him at a distance. Akaza soon recovers, but Gyomei and Rengoku confront him with a new plan. Gyomei goes in with his strength in order to create an opening, while Rengoku actively goes for Akaza's head. They combine their strikes multiple times. However, Akaza keeps dodging the attacks, but as the fight progresses, some of Rengoku's attacks start hitting near the neck, making Akaza worry about his his head. Soon Gyomei puts all his effort into the seemingly last swing of his axe in an effort to behead Akaza, which he avoids by a hair. But soon as he ducks, Rengoku flanks him and cuts him right at the neck and fails to decapitate him completely. Gyomei realizes this and with one swing of his flail, hits Rengoku's sword from the back and decapitates Akaza with the sheer force of the strike. Akaza, with his head decapitated, takes a few steps back. His head echoes with Muzan's voice, ordering him to keep fighting. But between all that vile talk, he hears a soothing voice calling him by his real name, Hakuji. Akaza, in his head, looks over at where the voice is located and finds a beautiful girl waiting for him. She asks him to stop the bloodshed and finally come join her and his sensei in the afterlife. However, all this is sidelined as Muzan once again takes control of Akaza, urging him to fight. Meanwhile, smiles appear on the faces of the Hashiras and the Kamaboko squad, but they soon turn into concerned frowns as Akaza's body starts to move instead of withering away like ash. Akaza soon regenerates his head, which almost horrifies the Slayers, and the Hashiras attack the demon once again. As soon as Akaza's head grows back, he spots the Hashiras dashing towards him, but he also realizes that the sun will rise any minute now, which will definitely kill him. Thus, instead of engaging the Hashiras in battle, he decides to run towards the forest in an attempt to live and fight another day. The Slayers suffer minimum casualties, but Gyomei and Rengoku get concerned owing to the fact that their worst nightmare has come true. Upper demon moons cannot be killed with a simple beheading, just like they imagined. But Tanjiro is concerned about something else, as the smell of Akaza's emotion turned pure for a brief period of time, and changed completely once he regenerated his head. Meanwhile, Akaza recuperated from his trauma in the forest, while the voice of Muzan in his head has seemingly grown a lot weaker for some reason. Akaza starts growing impatient due to the confusion caused by the sudden influx of memories of his human life, which makes him feel certain emotions that he didn't even know he was capable of feeling for over 200 years. Tanjiro, back at the Butterfly Mansion, recuperates from his injuries while a cat appears at the window. The cat is revealed to be a Chachamaru, the male cat of Lady Tamayo. Apparently, Tanjiro sent her a letter describing what happened with Akaza, along with the blood sample of Enmu, which has piqued her interest. She instructs Tanjiro to meet her as soon as possible, as this could be a breakthrough for them in their efforts towards killing the demon. While all this occurs, Akaza's connection with Muzan is at its weakest, as he remembers his life, the agony of his father, and the horrible fate that his master and soon-to-be wife suffered. He destroys multiple trees out of rage and trauma, while looking for a way out of the mental stress. Soon Tanjiro arrives at Tamayo's new location, assisted by Chachamaru, where he is once again humiliated by Yushiro, who is more focused on protecting Tamayo with his edgelord persona. Tamayo briefs Tanjiro about how she escaped Muzan's crutches 500 years ago, and believes that the upper three is on the same path. However, Tamayo explains that she needs to contact Akaza in order to guide him through the process of separation and gain an ally for her cause. Meanwhile, Muzan gets a whiff of Akaza's separation from his mind web and summons one of the upper demons. The upper demon Muzan summoned happens to be none other than the best friend of Akaza, Doma. Muzan tasks Doma with finding out the whereabouts of Akaza and getting rid of him if the need arises. Doma replies mockingly with fake care for his brother in arms, and promises Muzan that he'll do whatever it takes to find Akaza. As the conversation between Tamayo and Tanjiro continues, Tanjiro senses danger and goes straight for his sword. However, he gets hit by some unknown object, which crashes through Tamayo's ceiling. The dust settles and we see Akaza holding Tanjiro by the neck, subduing him. Yushiro covers up Tamayo and orders her to escape, but Akaza orders everyone to stop right where they are. He slowly releases Tanjiro and jumps back. Akaza bows his head down in anger and explains that he followed Tanjiro while he was traveling here and knows everything they're planning. Everyone in the room is horrified, as they inherently consider the possibility of Muzan gaining control of Akaza once again. But Akaza looks Tamayo right in the eye and utters the words, "I need your help." Apparently, Akaza has gained all of his senses back and partially broken free of Muzan's curse, but he does need Tamayo's help in order to keep Muzan permanently out of his psyche. Tamayo, with the help of Yushiro's mind control capabilities, tries to sever his connection to Muzan permanently. This feat was only achievable with Yushiro's help, and in the original series he single-handedly severed Nakimei's connection to Muzan during the final battle. The gruesome process goes on for hours as Akaza goes through his memories of killing and devouring humans for all these years, which weighed down on his will to live a lot. However, Tanjiro encourages him to go through the pain, as he can actually be the key to ending Muzan once and for all. The process finally ends, and Akaza breaks free of Muzan's curse, permanently severing his bonds with the Demon King. As all of them celebrate the reawakening of Akaza, a cold gust of wind blows in through the window, and snow starts falling outside. A frown climbs up Akaza's face as he realizes what comes next. Akaza immediately jumps out of the house, and as soon as he lands, he gets attacked by angel-like figures made of ice. He breaks the statues with the shockwaves. However, something gets behind him during all this. As soon as Akaza turns back to face his opponent, Doma appears and stabs Akaza with one of his wind fans. By the way, notice the hidden Easter eggs in the video? Spot them all. Write them in the link below and win a $20 Google gift card, 20% of upcoming merch, and a shout out. Stay sharp. This was it, but if you want a part 2 of the video, do drop a like, as the next video will drop as soon as this video hits 5K likes. See ya! The end.